Good morning. I cut that a little short there on accident. I accidentally hit the button way too soon. Welcome back. We are on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
This is round 2 of qualifying today.
Yep.
I got a guest here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Colin Carroll. I'm from San Antonio, or Spring Branch, Texas, actually.
Spring Branch.
So
it must be pretty close to San Antonio.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes north.
Been there a few times.
Yeah.
Questions for you? How long have you been in RC cars?
Well, I've been doing RC racing for the last 3 years, so I've been waiting to come to this event for the last 3 years.
Okay.
I figured I wasn't ready to come the first year, definitely. So I waited until I was at least a little ready first, and then I was pretty good after that, and I was, all right, let's go. So, but I've been racing cars my entire life.
Okay.
So I've been go-kart racing, big car racing. I work on modifieds for guys, so
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. Racing's my life.
Fantastic. This year being your first year, what classes are you in?
I'm in Midwest Mod and Late Model. So
Midwest Mod and Late. Two good classes.
The Late Model is definitely the hardest class I'm running right now.
Okay. Well, talking about the Late Model, how's it going so far? How was the practice starting off?
The practice it was good, but it wasn't where it needed to be. It was I think in practice I was 60th, I think.
Okay.
50 or 60th.
Okay.
And then we did our seating round, and I went up to like 48th or
Okay.
53rd. I can't remember. I think it was 48th. Then I ran yesterday's qualifier. I ended the day 28th, so I gained one spot in the heat race from 5th to 4th, and it was good. There's room for speed to improve. I know that. I'm new to the late models. The modifieds are kind of where my bread and butter.
Right.
I love the modifieds, but the late models, I'm kind of new to it, so I'm still trying to understand the aero and there's so much more aero on a late model than there is on a modified.
Oh, yes.
It's completely different.
Modified, you just pull the trigger, throw it into a turn,
Right.
and you're going.
Exactly.
Yes. I haven't ventured into the late model class yet. I take it back. I did early on, and then I stepped back because I could never get mine to do anything.
Really?
I was horrible. Me and setups are.
Oh,
yeah. What's a setup?
Right. No, they're a totally different animal from a street stock or modified. It's really hard for a beginner to get into a late model and just be like super good.
Yep.
It takes a while. Like I waited a long time before I got a late model. I'm still learning the late model because the late model setup is so much different than a modified.
Right.
Just because the chassis setup's different, the way you drive the car is completely different. You're damn near shutting them down in the corner. I've figured out.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, unlike again the modified where you throw it in and then you punch it and go.
Right.
And let the rear steer help you.
Yeah, you let the car just do its thing. So.
What's your favorite part about the late model so far? Being out there.
The late model, man, honestly, it's really competitive. I've noticed because there's not a single. There's some slow guys, but they ain't slow. They're here. They're even the slow guys are fast.
Exactly.
So that's what I've noticed. Even the slow guys are fast, and you got to be on your A game. You got to bring your A game every time you go on the track.
Exactly.
Every single time.
Transferring over to the Midwest Mod. How's that running?
Man, that's a story, man. I've done really good with the Midwest Mod this week. I think practice I didn't do too good. I think I was like 28th in practice. Then I seeded 10th out of all the cars. So
wow.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
For my first time here, I'll take it,
Absolutely.
And then after I started second in my qualifier, and I felt I had a car to win. But I lap car spun and went down the track, and I nailed him. So I fell back to third, and then apparently I was in second the entire race, and because Joe missed the loop one lap, they gave him his lap back, and it put me back to third. Yeah. So because he was, and I'll give him that, he was gone.
Right.
After we wrecked and all that, he just walked off from us and left us. So, and then now I'm 11th. Out overall. So in the Midwest, but I found speed yesterday. I had a bunch of I had a bearing bad. I had all sorts of stuff
amazing.
bad.
It's amazing. I've been very fortunate. I have a lot of good racers in my area, and
Right.
I've learned a lot of stuff. And Zippy Gone was one of them that taught me about bearings. He's like, you gotta test those bearings.
Right.
He says every race you got to go back in and feel those because it can change just like that.
We just pop the ball cup off and spin the axle a few times. It spins clear. You're good. Put it back on.
Exactly.
So,
and that's the nice thing about it. You can tell just by simply doing it.
Right. Well, and another thing that you really test is your ball diff.
Yep.
The ball diffs are. I changed my ball diff yesterday, and then having an analyzer. I've never had an analyzer. I used an analyzer yesterday for the first time.
I'm gonna have to come over and see that. I've seen them. I haven't seen one in hand.
It's made by Sky RC. It's
Yep.
about this big around. You put it
Yep.
on your wheel nut.
Yep.
You don't have to do it with the wheels on or off. You find your static number first, and then because it'll put you at 70, 40, whatever your static number is, and then you subtract that from whatever when you put it on there, what the resistance is.
When you put it on there.
You put it on there, it gives you a number. Say it'll give you. You hold your gear, and it gives your number and tells you your resistance.
Okay.
So it'll be, say it's like 300, and your static number's 40. So you subtract, you're at 260.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's I've learned a lot doing that. I've talked to my chassis builder and was like, all right, let's set this now. We got it good. Let's try this, and this. And so, first time using it, I'm hoping it works.
Fantastic. I definitely got to get over. I've never seen one in hand. I've seen them online a couple of times, and yeah,
definitely a helping tool.
It's
It
an
definitely
interesting
helps.
thing because I finally learned the Godfather Rich Nordholm, another one of our great guys back home, taught me how to do ball diffs, and I'm surprised. I hadn't done one in probably 2 years, not quite 2 years, and I just put the one I have in the car together the other night, and even Dave at 5-Star was like, "Damn, that's
Night and day difference.
that's
isn't it?
that's a good put together." He said, "You did a fantastic job."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You haven't even worked that in yet, have you?" I'm like, "Oh, it's already worked in. I put it on the drill when you walked away, and I've been working it."
Yeah, that's what I did yesterday. So I built a brand new ball diff for my Midwest mod because I was like, I know I'm missing speed somewhere. I know I had speed to be found. So I was like, all right, I put a brand new diff, brand new gear, brand new everything, put it in there. And man, it's hands down the best diff I've ever built. I took the gun and put it on there and just spun it and spin it one side a minute each side, just break it in, and it's hands down the smoothest ball diff I've ever built. I was surprised because it's here. I can't do it at home, but I can do it here.
You know what? When it comes down to it, this something like this brings the best out in you.
Right, I guess, yeah, man.
With me though, it can bring the best out, but it can also bring the worst of me out.
Well, I know back home them guys, they know me. They know how aggressive I can be on the track. They've actually got on my butt about it a few times because they're like, Colin, you don't need to be that aggressive.
Right.
But I want to win.
Exactly.
I'm a racer, at full-blown racer. I try to race every weekend. Even club racing, I don't care. I try to race every weekend. I raced every weekend for the last 6 months. Just getting ready. Just getting ready. I knew I needed the practice, and I've never raced on loose dirt like this.
Really?
All the tracks in South Texas are high bite.
High bite. Okay.
And you're running ellipses all the time.
Really? I went to one place in San Antonio. I think they had a oval, but they had a huge off-road.
Off-road or on-road?
Off-road. It had jumps.
Oh, well, I don't know that.
It was
That
like
place
downtown.
isn't there anymore.
It's not there anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. They're not there
I was
anymore.
going to say, they looked like they had a loose dirt track at
Well,
one time.
yeah, they probably did. My main track is In Control
Okay.
Racing Circuit. They have a big on-road, which they do the Roar Nats there and all that.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. And I went and actually watched the Roar Nats, the on-road Roar Nats, and that was, I'm not going to lie, it was boring. On-road is boring.
They're so fast, you can't keep up with them.
They're so fast, but their days are so long. You start at you're starting like this, 7 in the morning, and you don't leave until 5, 6:30 when it's already dark, and you're like, man, this is tiring. So I just went there to do pickup, like trash pickup and stuff. And then I was there hot lapping my Midwest for a race I was going to at Money Pit RC over in near Abilene, Texas.
Okay.
So we were doing what's called the WFO series.
Yep,
We ran that last year.
Yep.
And I did pretty good in that series. I got a lot of seconds and a lot of thirds, so I'll take it. I mean, considering I was racing against Nathan Dean and Tyler Hooks. And
Exactly.
them guys, they're fast. They are really fast.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is having those people
Right.
helps make you better.
Right. I love racing them guys because then then I know where I'm at.
Exactly.
Because if I can go out and go one lap down to them, that's good. I'm good. That means I'm doing something right, and I can improve off that.
Exactly. It's it can. Ooh, excuse me. It can be humbling.
Right.
But it, in the long run, is the best thing. I mean, to be able to go to the different tracks and race against those
Right.
types of those caliber of racers.
Well, and another one, I got Jordan Heffler.
Okay.
I race Jordan Heffler all the time. Freaking hell, I ran SC Mod for a while. Kevin McNatt.
Yep.
Kevin McNatt and Jordan are probably the best SC Mod drivers there are, and I really miss SC Mod. I was looking forward to that this year, and then they got rid of the class, and I was like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I started off with that, and I totally understand why they did it, but at the same time, you know, guys, the class was dwindling.
Oh no, it was,
And if we want it to come back, you have to show you're going to have the numbers again. You know?
Right. Well, and I think what's going to help the SC mods is honestly that Traxxas car that came out.
Yep.
Because that is an SC mod. It's a SC me mod. Because you know the B mod guys, they're gonna buy that car and come out here and put the bigger motor in it. But then they're gonna want it to handle better.
Yep.
So they're gonna look for adjustable arms. They're gonna build SC mod. It's gonna take a few years to get back
to
up
come
here.
back, yep,
right.
but it will.
So
Exactly.
they're the Prodigies. The GF6 is cheap, but the Prodigies are expensive. I've noticed they're just an expensive car. I mean, but you want to win, that's what you got to have. The Prodigies are probably one of the best cars out there. They win now. A GF6 is one. That GF6 won the Chile Bowl last year.
Yep.
So that was Jordan Heffler, and it was pretty good. I had a GF6. I couldn't drive it. It just wouldn't fit my driving style. I switched cars middle of the year with my Midwest mod, and I bought it's called a Babbitt race cars.
Okay.
And it's a completely different animal. It's super aggressive. I love the way it drives. It turns so good. It's hard to find a car that turns just on a dime.
Exactly.
And that car just turns. So
that's definitely a good thing. Do you have big plans for the rest of the season?
Well, so this year, actually, I don't know how much RC racing I'm going to get to do. I know I'm going to be racing a big car.
Okay.
So I'm going to be running a dirt truck,
Okay.
which is a pretty much, you know what a factory stock is?
Yes.
It's pretty much a factory stock with a truck body on it.
Truck body.
So it's kind of funny looking, but they're fun. They're a super technical car to drive because they're so loose in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You go in the corner, it's just like woo. You're like whoa. So and then I think by the end of the year I'm probably going to be driving a modified IMCA modified.
Cool.
So that'll be definitely a different animal, which I've been working on modifieds most of my life. My dad races modifieds, so that's what we do. So it's going to be different. It's definitely going to be fun. I'll tell you that.
All right. Since you're a dirt guy, who's your favorite driver?
Favorite dirt driver? Oh, Ricky Thornton.
Ricky
All day
Thornton?
long. All day long. So I had him sign my late model while he was here.
Yeah, we tried to get him over here, but he had to take off. So
Yeah, he was busy. So, but yeah, no, it's big cars. Ricky Thornton's definitely my favorite late model driver. When Nick Hoffman ran modifieds, he was my favorite.
Okay.
When he ran modifieds, he was my favorite modified driver. And then right now, honestly, Kyle Strickler is one of my top modified drivers that I like.
Cool.
So, but he won 2 nights last week at the Wild West Shootout, which was pretty cool.
Yep, we watched a little bit of that.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah. Bobby Pierce is a mutant, dude. You know?
One of our roommates for the Airbnb we're at is a huge Pierce fan.
Oh, dude, there's a guy I'm pitting with, Rich. He has a Bobby Pierce jacket on every day.
I think he's wore 2 or 3 Bobby Pierce shirts so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a huge fan.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Bobby Pierce. He's a little. I mean, obviously he's a good
Good
driver.
racer,
He's a
yeah.
great racer. A couple years ago, he's a little dirty. He's gotten better about it though. He's aggressive and he wants to get to the front. And I understand it. I mean, if it's 30,000 to win, you're dang right. I'm gonna try to get to the front as fast as you can. Exactly. Now, like if it's something like this, we're racing toy cars.
And we're racing for a trophy.
Right, we're racing for a trophy.
Though it is the driller.
Right. Well, yeah, that's all it is. That's all.
No, that's all it is.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not.
No, I'm 100% sarcasm.
I know, but I'm just like.
Oh, I want to win one. I just want to. Honestly, I just want to make the A main. Like, if I make the A main, my first year ever being here, like I know guys that haven't. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like they've been like my buddy Ray Preston. My buddy Ray Daniel. They made the A main in B mod. He TQ'd in B mod. And he finished, I think he ended up finishing like 4th, 5th, because he made a mistake or made a chassis adjustment, or it was right after a farm session or something went wrong.
If you look at it, to make an A main, you're in an elite group because there's thousands and thousands of racers. Well, not thousands and thousands. There's several thousand racers that have tried to get into the and haven't. This thing's been going on for quite some time.
Well, there's racers that have been here, coming here for years, and still don't make the main.
Exactly.
And it's for me to do it my first year. Oh, that's why I waited for so long because
don't jinx yourself yet.
Oh no, I know. If I get put in a B main, I'm okay. Like I'm 11th. I think I have a good chance of making it, but anything can happen. It's the Chili Bowl.
Exactly.
Wrecks happen. The cool thing about this is, so back home, times matter.
Right.
Down here, times don't matter.
Right.
It's your heat races are heads up, which is cool. I like that. That's how it is in big car racing. I like the heads up racing.
Yep.
So the only time the times matter is in your seating round, I've noticed, and even then I wasn't the fastest. So. But, yeah. But
that kind of just messed my train of thought up. I love it how people go by and I love it. I love that the interaction in that, but it
messes you up your head.
It's like okay, yeah, he just did that.
He's like, oh man, my head is all messed up now.
Nerves.
Oh,
how when you first stepped on, when I started coming here 8 or 9 years ago, my nerves were so high that if I didn't throw up, I was good. I was so worried that I was going to get on that driver's stand and just go, oh, whoa.
All over the people below you.
And at that time, I didn't know there was people below.
Right. Well, I mean, usually my nerves get me pretty good. For some reason, this race, I mean, I think Midwest Mod, it got me yesterday.
Okay.
But not near as bad. Like, my late model race, I was fine. I don't know what it is, but I just calm down. You just breathe, run, just focus on running laps, man. That's what my buddy Ray always says. He goes, just run laps.
Yep.
It's a toy car. Just run laps.
Just imagine you're out there by yourself running.
Right. You run your own race. That's the biggest thing. Run your own race.
Number one.
And if a guy's faster than you behind you, let him go, because chances are he's going to wreck going in the next corner if something happens. You know what I mean? There's a good chance of it.
But at the same time, if it's a good racer and they're faster than you, I've always been told by several of them, hold your line.
Right.
I will get around you.
Right. Hold your line. Yeah. No, that's right. But if it's one that's like, I mean, a good racer will get it fit. The good racer will figure out how to get around you no matter what.
You know the difference between a good racer that's behind you and somebody that's running fast, but
can take. They're a squirrel.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, it's nerves don't. They're not affecting me. Like, it was crazy is I get more nerves at a club race than I do racing here.
Wow.
The guys I race against, the Bob Mellon, freaking Ray Preston, Paul Gertner. Paul Gertner is the owner of In Control. Them dudes on a high bike track, they are moving.
Yep.
And so we run a run what you run class down there because it's we don't have enough Midwest mods. We don't have enough sprint cars. We don't have enough we don't have enough cars. And so we do what you do. We do a run what you brung class, and we run all of them together. So I'm running against 10.5 sprint. These guys, sprints should be outrunning us, no problem.
Right.
Late models should be outrunning us, no problem. We're running. Me and Ray are running with Midwest mods, and it's nerve-wracking when you get in the corner next to a sprint car. That's for sure. With a Midwest mod, because you don't know if you're going to hit their wheel or not. But I've noticed when you get next to them, you can suck the wind off their wing, and they can push up the track, and you just drive by them. I've noticed that, so that I wonder if that makes me wonder if these invitational sprint car guys are doing that.
Very well.
They get next to each other and just pull the wind off each other and take off.
It's there. It's a possibility. But those guys are so talented that they know those things and they know what to expect.
Right.
Too.
I enjoy watching the late model, the invitational late model. Dude, those guys are moving. It's so much fun to watch the best of the best go at it with each other.
This is something that I've been looking forward to as far as the invitational, bringing that out and seeing who it is.
I do think it's kind of odd they're not doing a main.
It's just the points.
Yes, that goes off the points. But you know what? That's cool. I mean, they're still gonna do the trophy ceremony on Saturday or whatever for them. So, but they got to make it last all week somehow. They do 4 races yesterday and 4 races today.
4 races of late model yesterday, 4 races of sprint today. Tomorrow there's going to be 4 races of late model again.
I think they're running late models actually right now.
The invitational?
Yeah, that's what's running right now on that TV over there.
Oh.
Because I don't hear Scotty. I hear Scotty freaking out over there.
I don't hear Scotty at all right now.
Oh, he was, well, not anymore, but he was.
Is it over?
Maybe that's behind.
Yeah, the live feed is behind.
Is it?
If you're looking at Live RC, the actual driver information, that's
it's all slow.
No, that's all
instantaneous.
Instantaneous. The video is
behind.
Probably it ranges anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds behind.
Right.
Sometimes if the internet's lagging really bad, it'll be even longer than that.
Even longer. Yeah. So, no, I'm definitely enjoying myself. I'm just having fun, It's definitely. I had all sorts of trouble getting up here. Had to put a radiator in my truck.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, the truck's old. It has 370,000 miles on it. I mean,
all right.
23 years old driving an old junker. Hey, you know what? She gets me from point A to point B
and that's
every time.
All that matters.
Right. I put brand new tires on it before I came up here. All sorts of stuff. So I made sure it would make it. Besides the radiator, I didn't expect that to happen. That was my dad saved me on that one.
I had to do. Well, I just got my truck back. I sent my truck in. I was very fortunate. A good friend of mine works at the local high school.
Right.
And he teaches auto body class.
Oh, cool.
So my truck needed some very much needed tender loving care. The rear quarter panels in the bed were kind of shot and all that. So they did all that, and then the auto mechanics class right next door totally redid all of the front end.
That's
I put
cool.
in new A-arms, new hubs, new brakes, everything. And they did a fantastic job of that. So
good.
My truck I kind of had the same thing. I didn't have to, but it was in dire need.
In dire need, yeah. My truck's definitely in dire need still. That poor truck. I feel so bad for that truck.
What year is it?
It's 08.
08.
It's a Nissan Titan.
Okay.
It's been through the ringer. It has I put an aluminum bumper on it because I came home from an RC race and was tired, and I was trying to do something for my girlfriend at the time. And I went around the corner, come around, all I remember is, watch out, and I nailed a pole in the parking lot. The only pole in the parking lot, I hit it. I was like,
I may have done that to my front fender once before.
Oh, yeah?
The sun was so bright, I couldn't see the pole, and, hey, what was
that? So, but, yeah, no, the poor truck. I feel so bad for our trucks.
Yeah.
Us racers are hard on our trucks.
But you have it a little bit easier. Holy cow, somebody's up on top of the
That's Malakote's
Malakote's daughter, isn't it?
I think, yeah, she's on top of the hauler.
She's on top of the hauler.
She's up above videoing.
Bet that would be. Oh,
That's
man.
the video right there. That's where you need to be at.
I need to put a. Oh man, I wonder
Put a
if I could
camera up
camera
there. That's Malakote. He'll probably let you.
That would be awesome.
Hanging on
But
the...
it's off. It's kind of off center, so I don't know how it would look. But I may have to see about doing that. And
Or
see
if you can put a camera on the front straightaway.
No.
You already asked?
No, I haven't. But I don't have a super wide angle lens,
Oh,
so I need to be
wouldn't-
back a little bit. I just started buying new stuff, so
Oh, okay.
my camera is a
that's
work in
cool.
progress. This is our new pit walk camera. We're
Very
gonna be
cool.
doing some pit walks.
Heck yeah.
Got a thing to hook up to
A speaker.
speakers and or not a speaker, but
Microphone.
microphones.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
And you can wear the microphone right here.
Oh, cool.
It's that small.
That's pretty cool. It just goes around your neck.
Yeah. So
That's pretty cool.
we'll be breaking that out today for the first time. So, but I'm not going to keep you any longer.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
You have an amazing weekend, or week and weekend,
Week, yeah.
a week-long event.
Oh, dude, I'm enjoying it. This is my vacation. It gets me away from the house. I mean,
Exactly. How many people say they go on vacation to get tired and run themselves down?
none.
We do.
We do. It's the racing vacation, as they say in Boone.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Boone. You know what Boone
Yeah,
is,
Boone's
right?
just down the road.
Yeah, it's a week long too. So,
Yep. I have never been there. It's.
I
it's
want to go so
probably-
bad.
I think it's about 3 hours for me, 4 hours.
Are you in Iowa?
No, I'm on the border of Illinois.
Oh, okay.
I live right on the Mississippi River.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you look at a map, the Mississippi River goes east and west in one
Right.
spot. That's where I live.
Oh, wow.
On the Illinois side.
Well, I live down near the Guadalupe River, so literally about 5 minutes from it.
There you go.
But I've drove through Iowa before. I went all the way to Wisconsin. I took a late model up there
Okay.
to MB Customs to get fixed.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool seeing the big MB Customs plant or chassis builder. That was really cool.
That would be cool.
They had the Bristol winning late model from when they did in 2001 when they had Mars won the late model race. He had it on the wall, hanging on the wall. That was cool.
That would be cool.
So, but
All
well,
right,
it was nice
sir.
meeting you.
It was great to have you on. Nice
Yes,
to meet you. Welcome back anytime. If you got something that you got going on, you win a big race, and you want to talk about it and promote your sponsors and stuff, just give me a holler. I do Facebook, Messenger, and Skype, and all those types of things. So,
Yeah, no problem.
But
So,
enjoyed having you. Good
Sure.
luck this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
When you head home, safe travels.
yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Once again, thank you. Peace and God bless, everybody. We'll see you again later today.